All right, so today we got a little something different going on here at the Missile Baits office. We're going to be doing a feature of some sort for the local television station. I think it's WFXR, if I remember correctly. And then they're coming in here. I really don't know what to expect, but I'm going to take you with me as we do this. They want to do a feature on Missile Baits. It's a local business, so we're going to kind of show them around a little bit and do a little interview, and I'll just take you guys with me. It'll be fun, whatever. I think the dude might be here. Yep, good to see you.
Nice
this is Miles. We're gonna film you filming.
Gotcha.
If that's okay with you.
That's all right with me.
So it's fun. Yeah. Come on in.
We do web stuff. We also do stuff on the air. And so I just want to come out and do an interview with you guys and do a little profile on Missile Baits.
Sure.
I mean, you guys are right here in town.
Right.
And so that's kind of cool. And I don't know that people know Missile Baits. I do some side work over at Sportsman's.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll come in, they'll buy missile, and I'll say, that's made just up the street. And they're like, no.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
really cool.
Yeah, we warehouse everything here. We don't make anything. We make a few jigs here, but we don't do the full manufacturing or anything.
Yeah.
But we just mostly just warehouse and ship out of here and just do the design work and that kind of stuff.
That's cool. Cool.
It's one of the things Miles is working on. He's the man behind the camera over there. That's Miles. And this is Shannon. He's our creative director. Does basically everything IT-wise. Miles is really just a supplement to what Shannon does. He's graphic design, web design, video editing, shoot video, stills, all the creative stuff. That's what Shannon does. And then you want to come in the back, you can. I spend a lot of time in here, but not during Monday through Friday. Usually I'll come in on the weekends and work on that kind of stuff if I'm not working on something else or out of town.
I mean, you not only make the product, you get to fish the product. Is there some satisfaction you feel when you're doing that?
Oh, absolutely. All of the ideas for the products come from right here on the front deck of this boat. They're out there while I'm fishing, and man, I need something that does this and does that. And then a lot of times when I'm driving home from those tournaments, I think I get to cranking that windshield time. That's when a lot of those ideas pop into my head, and then I get back to the office and start cranking out those drawings.
Now this is your Virginia company. Tell us about the pride you feel being able to do something right here in Virginia.
Oh, absolutely. Not only having the company based here in Virginia, but also having almost all of our product made exclusively in the United States is a big source of pride. All of our plastics are poured in Georgia. All of our jig products are poured and manufactured and assembled in the United States in either Arkansas or Alabama. So having everything made in the United States is a big deal to me. And then this is our inventory back here. But we got all of our product right through here. Jig aisle's pretty empty and still struggling with some of the supply chain issues. But that's kind of what that is there. Goes for the shipping. This is the Bass Pro Shop orders, I think, for next week. And this is just a couple packages going out right now, but they're packaging things up right now. So this is where everything sits to go out UPS or FedEx or however it's going to go out. And then the bigger shipments go out the other door for LTL. And then we come back up here to the front. And this is our lobby because we have a contingent of retail space here. But of course, you saw everything in the back, and if somebody wants anything that we make, apparel-wise or product-wise, we can bring that to them, right here. So that's what we have here at Missile Baits. I'm double wired up now. 2 mics.
Do me a favor, just count to 5 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whiskey.
You know why? Because I don't have this turned on.
Aha! Yeah. Miles never does that. No, usually he'll still have the headphones on, and then we'll finish, and I'll just turn this mic off, and then I can hear it right in his head. Like, sorry, buddy.
All right, we are actually. John, tell me how did the company get started?
Well, I've been fishing professionally for 20 years, over 20 years now, and I've worked for a bunch of different companies in the fishing industry and represented them, helped them design baits and so forth. And then once I started working with the Spro Corporation designing crankbaits, I loved the design, promotion, sales, process. And I knew I wanted to do that with soft plastics, and I thought no better way to do that than to start my own company.
What goes into designing a lure?
Well, it's funny you ask, because I've got a couple of drawings I could show you the actual process. The Crawfather. This is a bait that I designed back in 2015, and then I had all the specifications and the exact dimensions drawn out. I did this on graph paper, and really kind of what I do is I go through the process of looking at what's out there. I know what I want ahead of time, and then I have other products to kind of compare sizes to make sure that the hook fits in there that I want. All that kind of stuff, and then I draw all the dimensions exactly how I want. Then they put this all in CAD. Then they would send me the drawings. I would approve or disapprove, and until we got it just right. Then they cut a prototype mold. Once the prototype mold's done, then we actually get samples to fish with. Then at that point, I can approve or disapprove. If I approve it, then we will go on to a production mold. The production mold's going to have somewhere between 30 and 50 cavities in there, and then that's what is sent to the manufacturer, and then they manufacture exactly to our specifications, and it's all done right here in the USA.
How has the business changed much over the course of those 10 years?
The business has changed. I mean, any business in 10 years has to develop, and we developed, and we've gone through different phases as a company as far as having. Early on, we were very heavy on internet, and we've not really let up much from that, but we've definitely diversified as we've grown as far as our advertising goes. We started out with myself and Ish Monroe as the only pro staff members, and now we've got about 10, including Mike Iaconelli, who we do the jigs with, and then a bunch of other guys, including Ed Loughran's from Virginia. We have him on the staff as well. But now we've kind of grown to a number of anglers. Brian Schmidt from Maryland. Brian won the Elite Series event last year on Lake Champlain, and he won it on one of the quivers. Actually, this bait right here, the Missile Baits Quiver 6.5, that was his main bait. Did the heavy lifting for him up there at Lake Champlain.
Okay, now you've got the soft baits. You've also got jigs.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your jigs a bit.
Yeah, I mentioned before, a lot of companies right now in the pandemic era, I would say, are having a lot of supply chain issues. I mean, that go to the grocery store, you can see what's going on. It goes from packaging to everything. Everything's having it. Fishing industry is no different. Some of the companies, like one of the major rod and reel manufacturers, they have as much on back order right now as they did total business for the entire year about 5 years ago. So that shows you how much the industry has grown and how much back orders have become part of the norm. This is our new mini swim jig with the mini D-chunk on there. As far as the release, that should be out in September. But the jig we thought was going to be ready in October. That's definitely not going to probably be coming before the first of the year. That's just kind of the environment that we live in right now.
The go-to,
the D-bomb is definitely our signature. It's our home run hit as far as the bait goes. It's a standard flipping and pitching bait for most anglers that use it. There are other applications, Carolina rig, wobblehead, other things like that. But that's our number one seller right there. And it, you Texas rig it with a weight on there anywhere from a 1/4 ounce all the way up to 2 ounces, depending on how heavy the cover is and how fast you want that fall to be. But that's it right there.
Let's say you got an hour to fish and you're running through the garage, you're just going to grab a handful of stuff. What's the first thing you're grabbing?
D-bomb, no doubt. D-bomb catches a lot of fish. It catches big fish, and it has a good hookup ratio. You can swim it, near the surface. You can drag it on the bottom. You can put a real heavy weight and punch it through. It's very, very versatile. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. You can Carolina rig it. Just fish it a bunch of different ways. I never leave home without a D-bomb and more than likely a baby D-bomb as well. Everything that we have done up to this point has been what I need on tour. Now, I mean, everything, you know, the Mike Iaconelli is a big part of the jigs, and so he put us onto the micro jig phenomenon early on, and those have been good sellers. We've also got a micro football jigs, you know, that little teeny compact size. So we're really just listening to what the trends are out there and trying to stay in front of it. Big 3D hologramic eye is a big deal for me on any swim jig. I just think it gives such a focal point for those fish to focus in on when that thing is, you know, zipping by them and they see that big eye. I think it's a trigger. They see that big eye reflecting, and it gives them a focal point to go for, and then boom, next thing you know, you got them. Microphone back to you.
Sometimes I forget that, and people think I'm leaving them a souvenir.
You're right. You're like, no, I need that back.
I will need that back.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had to drive back and get it because I've forgotten it was on somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we shoot enough that, yeah. I mean, we're every once in a while I'll walk back in my office and still have it on, but usually we're pretty good about it.
But you got to be so media savvy. Actually, can I get some shots of the product over here on the?
Yeah. Those are the kits to sell direct to the consumer, and we just don't have the margins in them to really sell them, you know, to dealers and distributors and things like that, because we've got all the, you know, we got Gamakatsu hooks in there, Hayabusa hooks, we got tungsten weights, we've got the real stuff that you really need, not in any cheap crapola. Yes, sir.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing it. You just gonna shoot me the email for the pictures?
Yeah, I'm running about 3 weeks behind right now,
Okay.
so probably around the 1st of September this will hit.
Perfect. Yeah, it'd be good.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Thanks, bud.
Are you like I said? Did you the email? Do you want to let me know your email so I can send them?
Yeah.
Or do you? Okay.
It's yours is on the website, right? Your email.
It's just John at Missile Baits.
John and Miss. Okay.
Yep.
I'll send mine over. Mine's pretty easy too. It's just Gino for WFXR TV.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Cool. All right, George.
All right, guys. We'll see ya.
Watch out for Wild Man there.
I'm gonna get
right.
some shots outside.
It's great. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
That was cool. Didn't take very long. Pretty harmless, painless. 45 minutes. And hopefully get a little local publicity on it. So that's what we do. Part of the day. You just do a little interview and keep on rolling. So we're gonna get back to selling more baits and designing more baits and shooting some more video.